Justin Rodriguez here with the Varsity 845 Section 9 Class D football preview. There's only one real question in Class D this year. Can anyone touch Chester? The answer? It doesn't look like it. Chester lost only one key player from last year, tight end defensive end Justin Delgado. And who's back? Where do we start? There's running back Lawrence Young, quarterback Vinny Alloy, fullback defensive end Matt Perry, two-way lineman Chris Wittekind, and safety Brandon Sadlier, just to name a few heavy hitters. Wittekind checked in on how he feels about Chester being the overwhelming favorites.
Our expectation is just win Section 9 and then go from there. Can't really set too high goals yet because it's a long season. You can't really look too far ahead. You get sidetracked. I like being on top. That's fine with me. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to go in. I know the rest of my team's going to go in. We're going to play the game, whether we're doubted or we're favored. We're going to play the game the same way to win, and hope we get that done.
Chester played for the Class D state title 2 years ago and is battle-tested. Could Chester have another run to the Carrier Dome in Syracuse in them? Back to Wittekind.
That helps a ton. The experience is what really can win the games for you because you don't really have as many nerves when you're experienced. It's like you've been there before,
But let's not forget about the rest of Class D. We checked in at Eldred, which lost to Chester 53-22 in last year's D title game. Eldred is the last team other than Chester to win a Section 9 Class D title in 2009. First, we talked to Eldred safety wide receiver Nick Dilles.
I feel good. I feel real good about it. We got a new quarterback coming up this year, Hunter Colbenbach. He's not as great as the one we had last year, Anthony Marjoram. He's a big kid, hard runner, good passer. That's what we lack this year, is a passing game, really. But we have a really strong running game this year with running back Julian Gottlieb here. We got Nick Warren, Taylor Warren, and Nick Bankhart. And they're really strong runners. They've been strong runners since they've been little. And, I'm just really looking forward to this season. I think we're having a great season this year.
There's more where that came from at Eldred. Meet running back, linebacker Julian Gottlieb.
These kids are going to have to put in a lot of hard work. They got big shoes to fill. We lost a lot of seniors last year, and this year our line is pretty tiny. But already they're way more positive than past players have been, past seniors, and I think they really have what it takes to make a good team.
One game on the schedule you're circling, guys, is that Chester game?
That is Chester.
Talk about the rivalry there.
It's a huge rivalry. They took us last year pretty easy, but yeah, the year before that too. But I'm looking forward to this year. We got a lot of heart on this team, and that's basically what's going to carry us throughout the season this year. It's just straight heart.
Okay, now for our Class D feature. At Chester, it's a family affair. Coach Ron Stover helped form the program in 2001. He has run the ship ever since, winning 7 Class D titles. His defensive coordinator is his son, Ryan Stover, a former standout lineman. Ron's other son, Sean, helped Chester to that state title game 2 years ago. Now a student at SUNY Orange, Sean scouts for the team. Ron Stover talked about the family dynamic at Chester.
It's a lot of fun. Our entire family is involved in football. They have since Ryan's been a child. He was our boy back when he was 2 years old. And so everybody's into it. My wife is into it. So it's nice that even after their playing days, we're able to still keep the spot afloat. We bounce ideas off each other all the time. Ryan runs a defense for the most part. I don't touch him with that. I pretty much let him make all the decisions. He's a great student of the game. He's brought a lot of changes to our defense, which I didn't do. I'm an old dinosaur type, but he brought in these zone blitzes that we use quite a bit now and stuff like that. He's going to be a much better coach than me in the future, that's for sure.
Up next, Ryan Stover. He talked about working with Dad.
It means a lot because most of what I learned I got from him, and just to reiterate what he said, it's a family thing. It's not just me and him. Sean does a lot of scouting for us, and Ashlyn's always asking how the games went, and my mom's involved in the concession stand, so it's a lot more than just us two working together. It's a whole family thing. I wasn't really nervous because I was on the football field at age 2, so I've been used to talking to him about football even when I was younger, so I don't really get nervous about talking or making suggestions to him, but at the end of the day, he's a head coach, so it's his call. Yeah, it happens all the time, but like I said, if it's a final decision, he's going to make it, but he's really open to ideas, and he's not closed-minded or anything like that.
Okay, we talked to father, we talked to son. But how does the relationship really work? Two-way lineman Nick Seabrook gave his take.
The dynamic duo of Ron Stover and his son Ryan is a very great one. They kind of argue like a married couple, but they know each other better than everybody else, so it kind of works out. It's like a give and take relationship. They don't undermine each other, they work together, which is pretty awesome. So it's not like you're listening to one coach over the other, or listening to the head coach over the defensive coach. And it's a good partnership. And I really like it because it's like a family. You can go over to their house and they can help you study or teach you things about plays and go over defenses with you, or you can just stop by and say hello or pick up some keys. So it's great working with both of them, and it's been a great 4 years with them.
And who now has become the star of the show, Chris Wittekind, also weighed in on the family dynamic.
Coach and Ryan are the greatest two coaches I ever had in my life. Ryan is just anything you need to know about football. Ryan's your guy, you know. And Coach, the way he interprets information to the younger kids is just, he's a really good coach, you know. It's just the way he does things I like, and it's the way I like learning things.
Obviously, the Stovers have a good thing working at Chester. And now for my Class D predictions. Okay, we already know who's going to win D. Chester, book it. It's done. Look for Pine Plains, a Class C school last year, to slide in at number 2 and play sacrificial lamb in the Class D championship. Eldred, struggling with numbers, finishes 3rd. That leaves Roscoe, Livingston Manor, Downsville, 3 teams that merged together, in last place. But don't count out the Roscoe crew possibly making a run at 3 or 2. Well, that's it for the Class D preview. This is Justin Rodriguez signing off for Varsity 845.